When you bring a new person onto your team, you give them a laptop, a badge, and probably a welcome packet, right? But are you giving them the one thing they absolutely need to protect your entire organization? Let's dive into why cybersecurity training has to start on day one. Let's just kick things off with a number that should get your attention: $4.45 million. According to the latest reports, that is the staggering average cost of a single data breach. I mean, wow, that's not just some IT headache, that's a number that can end a business. And the way these attacks get in, well, it's often not what you'd think. So, who's the weakest link in the chain? You might think it's your CEO or the finance department. And sure, they're definitely big targets. But your company's most vulnerable person, it might actually be the one who just walked through the door for the very first time. That's right, we are talking about new employees. They are a huge security risk from the second they start, and you better believe the attackers know it. So let's break down exactly why this day one danger is so incredibly critical to get a handle on. And look, the scale of this problem it's just wild. A reported 71% of new employees fall for phishing or social engineering attacks within their first 3 months. Cybercriminals go after them on purpose. Why? Because new hires don't know the company policies yet, they don't know who's who, and they are super eager to be helpful and make a good impression. This chart really lays it all out. New employees aren't just a little more vulnerable, they are 44% more likely to fall for a phishing attempt than their more seasoned colleagues. That is a massive, massive gap in your defenses that attackers are more than happy to drive a truck through. So here's the crucial takeaway. Your technology alone is not enough. The so-called human element is a factor in up to 90% of all data breaches. Your firewall can be top of the line, but if an employee clicks the wrong link, it's game over. Your people are your last and honestly your best line of defense. So how do we fix this? We have to flip the script. Instead of looking at new hires as a liability, we need to turn them into a powerful security asset. It is all about building human firewalls. And that requires a fundamental shift in how we think. You know, the old ways saw security as this punitive, reactive IT problem, just another boring checkbox to tick off. The new approach? It weaves security right into your company culture. It's proactive, it's empowering, and it makes security a shared responsibility, a core value from day one. This is the ultimate goal right here, transforming every single employee from a potential liability into an empowered human firewall. And what that really means is creating a team that's not just aware of threats, but is also confident and capable of spotting and stopping the very attacks that automated systems might just miss. But does it actually work? Oh yeah, absolutely. The data shows that companies with regular, ongoing security training see a fourfold improvement in employees reporting potential phishing incidents. They don't just delete a weird email, they actively report it, helping protect everyone. I mean, that's a huge return on your investment. Okay, so let's get practical. Enough with the theory. What exactly do you need to teach a brand new employee on their very first day to start building that human firewall? First and foremost, you have to cover the number one threat out there: phishing. And you need a simple, clear definition, just like this one. It's a cyber attack that uses disguised messages as a weapon to trick people. It is the modern-day Trojan horse, and it's landing in everyone's inbox every single day. And here's the quick cheat sheet every new hire needs to memorize. Teach them to look for the red flags: a sender address that's just a little bit off, language that creates this false sense of urgency, generic greetings like "Dear Valued Customer," and of course, any unexpected links, attachments, or weird requests, like the CEO suddenly emailing you to buy a bunch of gift cards. And when they spot something, the plan has to be crystal clear. Step 1, suspect it. Don't just ignore that gut feeling. Step 2, stop. Do not click anything, do not reply. Step 3, verify. Go through a totally separate channel, like Slack your boss to ask if they really sent that weird email. And finally, step 4, report it. Make sure they know exactly who to tell right away. Next up, and this is completely non-negotiable, account security. From their very first login, every new employee has to understand that strong, unique passwords for every single service paired with multi-factor authentication are their absolute first line of defense. Period. And you can wrap up day one with a few other key essentials. Quickly go over key company policies, the rules for using work devices and public Wi-Fi, and the basics of data privacy. But honestly, above all else, make sure they know exactly how and where to ask for help when they're unsure. That might be the most important step of all. Now look, having a great checklist is one thing, but making that information actually stick, that's a whole other ballgame. The way you teach the stuff is just as important as the content itself, especially on an overwhelming first day.
Effective training is interactive, not passive. So forget the hour-long, boring PowerPoints. Think quick quizzes, short, bite-sized videos, and maybe even some gamification. Run safe phishing simulations so people can practice spotting fakes in a controlled environment. And use storytelling. Real-world case studies make the risks feel tangible, not like some abstract idea.
A successful program doesn't just stop after the first day. This is what a good rhythm looks like. You've got the core briefing on day 1, then you hit them with their first phishing simulation within the first week, have them complete more in-depth modules by day 30, and then you just keep that knowledge fresh with ongoing quarterly refreshers. And that brings us to our final and really crucial point. Day 1 is the launch pad. It is not the finish line. Security awareness is a continuous journey for every single person in your organization.
The threat landscape is never, ever static. The bad guys are constantly changing their tactics, coming up with new scams, and finding new ways in. And because of that, your training and your reinforcement have to evolve right alongside them. It's a constant cycle.
Let me put it this way, and this really drives it home for me. You would never, ever hand the car keys to a teenager without a single driving lesson, right? So why on earth would you give a new employee the keys to your company's most sensitive data without first teaching them how to navigate the digital world safely? So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about for your own team. Is your day 1 also day 1 of security? Because if it isn't, you're leaving your front door wide open.